Welcome to the deep dive. Really excited about today's session, actually. It's such a core thing for anyone online, whether you're just starting out or you run a local business. Today, we're diving into on-page SEO 101, basically the building blocks you need to rank higher. Our mission really is to cut through the jargon, get to the essentials of making your web pages work for Google, yes, but also for actual people visiting your site. We've got sources here breaking down the essentials, and we're looking particularly at businesses here in Austin, TX. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is that on-page SEO, it's the stuff you control completely. Unlike, backlinks or social media buzz, which you influence but don't own. This is all happening on your site. It's this mix, like the art and science of optimizing pages, but keeping them genuinely engaging. Understanding these building blocks, that's really the first step to getting noticed in search, especially, like you said, for local visibility.
Absolutely. And yeah, that first impression in search results, it's everything, isn't it? Let's jump right into those critical elements. First up, title tags. We all see them, the headlines in Google search, super important for Google and for users clicking through. But here's something maybe less obvious. A great title tag, it doesn't just describe, it manages expectations, right? It kind of pre-qualifies the click. It's like a promise. And if you break that promise when they land on the page, well, even if you ranked, your engagement goes down. Google notices that.
Precisely. Yeah, exactly. So for a title tag to work, it needs your main keyword, ideally. Keep it under about 60 characters so it doesn't get cut off. And crucially, it has to be compelling. It needs to make someone actually want to click. It's a balancing act.
Our sources had a great Austin example. Austin TX SEO experts share on-page SEO tips for higher rankings. You can see right away, can't you? It hits local intent, Austin TX SEO experts, and the keyword on-page SEO tips. Clear, concise, sets the expectation perfectly.
And sitting right below that title, your meta description. Now, okay, this isn't a direct ranking factor. Google's been clear on that. It won't directly boost your ranking position, but, and this is a big but, it massively influences whether people click on your result versus someone else's. It's your sales pitch, really.
Okay, so it's less about getting the ranking and more about capitalizing on the ranking you have, getting the actual click. Is there a risk then, maybe for busy folks, that they just skip writing a good one? Since it's not direct, what's the downside?
That's a really good point. And yes, that's a risk. The hidden cost is simple. Fewer clicks, fewer visitors. Even if your title is amazing, if the description underneath is weak, or worse, just pulled randomly by Google, you lose that chance to convince the searcher. And, Google does look at engagement signals. If lots of people see your result but don't click, maybe Google thinks it's not so relevant after all. So best practice, under 160 characters, weave in your keywords naturally and crucially. Offer a clear value prop. What's in it for them? Like the example. Learn the fundamentals of on-page SEO. Discover the elements that boost rankings, from titles to internal linking strategies. Tells you exactly what you'll get. Helps you stand out.
Okay, makes sense. So they click through. Now they're on the page. How do we keep them there and help them understand the content quickly? That leads us to header tags, H1, H2, H3, all the way down to H6. These aren't just for making text look bigger, are they? They're actually doing important work behind the scenes. They organize everything, signal the hierarchy, tell both people and search engines what's important, like chapter titles and subheadings.
Exactly like that, yeah. Think of your H1 as the main title of that specific page. Best practice. One H1 per page. Make sure it includes your primary keyword. Then you use H2s, H3s, and so on to break up the content. Use them for related terms, different sections. It makes a huge difference. For readability, people can scan, find what they need. And for search engines, it provides that clean structure. They understand the flow, the topics covered, much better indexing.
Which brings us naturally to keyword placement and density. We know keywords need to be in titles, in headers, but where else? And how do you do it without sounding like a robot? That whole keyword stuffing fear is real, but then people worry they aren't using them enough. Where's the sweet spot?
It's a classic dilemma, absolutely.
Yeah.
So ideally, get your main keyword in there early, like in the first 100 words or so. Shows relevance right away. Then sprinkle it naturally through the body text. But the key is naturally. Avoid just repeating the exact same phrase over and over. That's stuffing, and Google can penalize that. Instead, think broader. Use synonyms. Use related phrases. LSI keywords if you want the technical term. So if it's on-page SEO, you might also use on-page optimization, website SEO elements, how to improve page rankings. It makes the content richer, more comprehensive, and tells Google you really understand the topic deeply.
Right. It's about topical relevance, not just exact match repetition. Much smarter. And that leads perfectly into the next big thing. Content that ranks and converts. It's not just about keywords anymore, is it? Google wants high-quality, relevant content, stuff that genuinely helps the user.
Oh, absolutely. Google's algorithms are way beyond simple keyword matching now. They reward content that truly satisfies user intent. Does it answer the question thoroughly? Is it original? Is it well-researched? Does it offer a unique perspective? They're looking for signs of expertise, authority, trustworthiness, EAT, as they call it, and things like using visuals, bullet points, clear examples. That makes it easier to digest, more engaging. Better user experience means better signals to Google.
And a great tip from the sources, use Google's own People Also Ask box. Those questions that pop up in search results, answer those directly in your content. It's like Google is handing you a list of things your audience wants to know. Address those, and you become the go-to resource. You build authority.
Spot on. And speaking of building authority and connecting things, internal linking strategy. Hugely important, often overlooked. These are just links from one page on your site to another page on your site. Simple, but powerful. They do a few key things. They spread link equity or page authority on your site, helping other pages rank. They guide users to related content, keeping them engaged longer, deeper visits. And they help search engine crawlers find all your pages, improve crawlability, make sure nothing gets missed.
Okay. So it's like building little pathways within your website. Good for users, good for Google's understanding of your site structure.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, a good internal linking structure creates a stronger, more cohesive website overall. Like maybe you link from a blog post about local SEO tips over to your main Austin TX SEO services page. That helps users find your service and tells Google those pages are related and important. And while we're on links, don't forget external links to authority sources. Linking out to reputable sites like Moz or Google's own Search Central, maybe industry leaders that actually builds trust. It shows you've done your research.
Interesting. Is there a danger of linking out too much or linking to the wrong places?
Good question. Quality over quantity, definitely. Link out when it genuinely adds value or backs up a claim. Think citations.
Risk.
Yeah, linking to low-quality, spammy, or totally irrelevant sites that can reflect poorly on you might dilute your own credibility. So link wisely. Choose authoritative sources.
Okay, got it. So we've covered content, keywords, links. Now let's peek under the hood at some technical on-page SEO essentials, stuff that works behind the scenes. First up, image optimization. We all love images, but they can be performance killers if not handled right.
They really can. The number one issue is file size. Huge images slow down your page load time dramatically. So you must compress images before uploading. Tools exist for this. Many are free. Get the file size down without making it look awful. Also, use descriptive file names, not img001.jpg. Something like austincoconsultant-meeting.jpg. And critically, fill out the alt text. Describe the image accurately. Use keywords naturally if relevant. Alt text is crucial for accessibility. Screen readers use it, and it helps search engines understand what the image is about.
Could you give a quick example of good alt text for that file name?
Sure. For Austin SEO Consultant-meeting.jpg, the alt text might be Austin SEO Consultant discussing strategy with a local business owner. See? Descriptive, helps context, maybe includes a keyword naturally. Good for users, good for SEO, especially image search.
Perfect. Okay, sticking with clarity. URL structure. Seems like a small detail, but those web addresses matter, right?
They really do. It's another one of those quick win areas sometimes. Clean, readable URLs are better for users and search engines. Use hyphens to separate words, not underscores. Keep them relatively short and include relevant keywords if it makes sense. Compare something messy like www.example.com.ccne@do7pncats.csvcs to www.example.com/safel.com/mostin-on-co services. The second one tells you exactly what the page is about just by looking at it. Much better.
Definitely clearer. And talking about structure and accessibility, we absolutely have to mention mobile responsiveness. It's not even optional anymore, is it?
Non-negotiable. Absolutely critical. Google uses mobile-first indexing. That means they primarily look at the mobile version of your site for ranking signals. Your site has to work perfectly on phones. That means responsive design. The layout adapts automatically to screen size. Test it. Use Google's mobile-friendly test tool. If it's clunky, hard to read, buttons too small, that's hurting you badly, even if your desktop site is amazing.
Wow, okay. Mobile first isn't just a suggestion, it's the standard. And closely related is page speed. Slow sites are just frustrating. People bounce, right?
Instantly, yeah. Slow pages kill conversions and rankings. Users expect speed. Practical steps. We mentioned image compression. Also, leverage browser caching lets returning visitors load faster. Minimize code, get rid of unnecessary scripts or CSS. Tools like Google PageSpeed Insights are your friend here. They'll literally tell you what's slowing your page down and how to fix it. Gives you a checklist.
Super useful. Okay, let's get a bit more advanced. How can we help Google understand our content even more deeply? Talk about schema markup and structured data. Sounds technical.
It sounds technical, but the concept is simple. It's like adding labels to your content for search engines. You add specific code. Schema.org provides the vocabulary that tells Google explicitly this block of text is a recipe, or this number is a product price, or this is a review rating. It doesn't change how the page looks to humans, but it gives Google unambiguous context. And the payoff. Rich snippets in search results. Those star ratings, FAQ dropdowns, event details, that makes your listing stand out. Yeah. For local businesses, like in Austin, using local business schema to mark up your name, address, phone, hours. That directly helps with local pack and map visibility, gives you that edge.
That makes perfect sense for local visibility. So let's really focus on that. Local on-page SEO for Austin, TX. What are the must-dos if you're targeting, say, Plumber Austin or Austin Coffee Shop?
Right. Targeting local requires specific tactics. Definitely use city-specific keywords naturally. Austin plumber, plumbing services in Austin, etc. Nail that local business schema markup we just talked about. Ensure absolute NAP consistency. Name, address, phone number must be identical everywhere. Your site footer, contact page, Google business profile, Yelp, everywhere. Inconsistencies confuse Google. Embed a Google map on your contact page. Obvious, but important. And showcase local proof. Testimonials from Austin customers. Case studies featuring local businesses makes it highly relevant.
Yeah, the source had that great example. Austin Code Monkey helped a local roofing company increase organic traffic by 300% in 6 months. That's powerful, tangible proof for other Austin businesses.
Exactly. It grounds the results locally. All these signals together tell Google this business is relevant here in Austin, boosting your chances in those crucial local searches and map results. Connects you right to your community.
Okay, so we've covered page level stuff, local specifics. What about stepping back and thinking more strategically about content overall? Let's talk content clusters and topic authority.
Yes, this is a more advanced, really powerful strategy. It's about organizing your content to show deep expertise. You create a main pillar page on a broad topic like a really comprehensive guide. Then you create several cluster pages that dive deep into specific subtopics related to that pillar. So, pillar. Ultimate Guide to Austin Real Estate. Clusters. Best neighborhoods in Austin for families. Austin condo market trends. Tips for first-time homebuyers in Austin. And crucially, you link the clusters to the pillar, and the pillar links out to the clusters. Creates this interconnected hub. It shows Google you're not just touching on a topic, you own it. Build serious topical authority.
That makes a lot of sense. Building authority. And Google also looks at how people interact with your site, right? User engagement signals. Yeah. What are they tracking?
They're definitely watching. Key things include time on page. How long do people stick around? Longer is generally better. Bounce rate. Do people leave after seeing just one page? High bounce rate can be bad, suggesting the page didn't meet needs. Conversion rate. Do people take the action you want them to take? Fill out a form, buy something. How to improve these? Well, it comes back to great content, clear navigation so people can find other relevant stuff, and strong calls to action telling them what to do next. So what does this all mean? Positive engagement basically tells Google, hey, people like this page, it's useful, and that can reinforce your rankings.
And it's not just create and forget either. We need to talk about content updates. Keeping things fresh, why does that matter?
Oh, massively. Freshness is a real ranking signal, especially for certain types of queries. Google wants to provide current, accurate information. So revisiting your older posts, updating stats, adding new insights, maybe refreshing the examples or visuals, that's crucial. Sometimes updating an old, high-performing post can give you a bigger boost than publishing something entirely new. It shows Google your site is actively maintained, still relevant. Aim to review your key content pieces maybe once a year or whenever there are significant shifts in your industry.
Makes sense. Keep the garden tended, basically. Now, doing all this sounds like a lot of work. Are there tools to supercharge your on-page SEO that can help?
Absolutely. There are tons of great tools. For WordPress sites, Yoast SEO or Rank Math are almost essential plugins. They give you real-time feedback. For analyzing content and comparing it to top competitors, things like Surfer SEO or ClearScope are amazing. To do deep technical crawls of your site, find broken links, Check Redirect Screaming Frog as the go-to desktop tool. You absolutely need to be using Google Search Console. It's free, directly from Google, shows you performance data, errors, indispensable, and for keyword research, competitor analysis, tracking rankings, looking at backlinks, the big suites like Ahrefs or SEMrush are incredibly powerful, though they are paid tools. These tools really help you diagnose issues, find opportunities, and track if your efforts are actually working.
Wow, okay, that was incredibly thorough. A real deep dive. So wrapping up, the main takeaway seems clear. On-page SEO isn't a one-off checklist. It's ongoing. It's about constant refinement. Mastering these building blocks, titles, content, technical stuff, local signals, the whole package leads to a site that ranks better, yes, but more importantly, converts better and delivers real value over time. Whether you're just starting out in Austin or you're a known brand, this investment in on-page SEO, it really is your foundation for digital success.
And maybe this raises an important question for you listening right now about your own website. How do you see it? Is it just there, a digital signpost?
Yeah.
Or is it a living asset, something that needs tending, strategy, optimization? Think about connecting on-page SEO to building a really strong, adaptable online home for your business. Something future-proof. It's not static. It needs that continuous care and attention to make sure it's always working hard for you, always visible to the people who need what you offer. Something to think about, definitely.
Austin Code Monkey delivers expert web design and SEO services for businesses that want more calls, more leads, and more jobs. Our SEO strategies ensure your online presence keeps growing and bringing in results. For more information, call 737-932-7532 or visit our website at austincodemonkey.com.